Hey guys, welcome back to my videos, and I just saw Kingsman Golden Circle, and this is what I thought about the movie. Is it a good movie? Yeah, probably is. It's not great. It's not as good as the first one. It has some serious problems, but I really enjoyed it. I think it's a very entertaining, very well directed movie with some problems in the writing. Um, so I'm not gonna repeat the plot of the movie because that's not the thing I usually do. I just want to go out and say the actor for the movie. What was his name? I forgot. The guy who played Eggsy, he was fantastic in this movie. I really liked him. I think he is the shining light of the film. Now, since this movie just came out not too long ago, I don't want to do a spoiler review. And honestly, I don't intend to do it. But I will say, the action sequences were really, really well shot. It's very stylish and very cartoonish, yes, but it's way better than the random quick cuts we have nowadays that infested our movies. I'm looking at you, Taken, and Born. I don't think Born is better, but Taken and Hunger Games, oh my god, was such a mess. Uh, I really like Julianne Moore as well. Her character is a kind of a retro to the 60s of America, and that's why I really like her. There's some callback to the Old West style, like the Old West films of the Old West films of the 60s, and I really enjoyed it. It's kind of the same as to the Kingsman did with the James Bond franchise, the first Kingsman. And the story, I really like the story. I like how each character has to overcome their own deepest fears, and seeing them overcoming, it was really, it was very uplifting. There's one scene I do not want to review that is kind of very emotional that made me almost cry. Um, as of now, I'm reading some of the reviews, and I'm kind of really surprised by how negative this movie got. Like on Rotten Tomato, it's got like fucking 50%. On Metacritic's like 49%, or like 49. It was not a percentage. I don't know. I really don't know what they're thinking. There were way worse movies that got higher scores than Kingsman. Like Kong Skull Island wasn't that good. Godzilla, Iron Man 2, and Iron Man 3 were shit. And Age of Ultron was really, really bad. But these movies somehow get like a 70+% on Rotten Tomato. And this movie is actually have a solid story, get like a fucking 50%. What the hell? Some of the criticism was like, oh, this film is over stylish. I never had at least for me, I never had a problem with a film that is overly stylish. When people watch movies like Dunkirk has a very unique, is all over the place. It's Nolan style. It's all over the place. And you don't hear people complain Dunkirk was being Nolanish, stylish. This just goes to see sometimes you shouldn't trust the public opinion. You should go out and watch a movie and see for yourself. That's my Rotten Tomato rants. Done. The action sequences was, like I said, was amazing. Some of the editing, the transitions, I also really liked. I also like the music, which kind of lead to one of the negativity I have with the movie. They played some of the country music way too much, and sometimes it felt a little bit out of place. I didn't mind it that much. I still like the quick Hugh Jackson's what's his composer's name? Henry Jackman. I still like Henry Jackman's original score better. It's very he knows how to make good action movie music. In the first one, like the battle between Gazelle and Eggsy, that music was so fucking cool. I play it. I downloaded it on iPhone. I felt like Matthew Vaughn should have a little bit more faith in him, but that's just my opinion. I also felt like there were some plot lines and some characters that was underused. They gave the Swedish princess from the first film. They gave her way too much screen time, and it felt out of place. I felt like his personal relationship should be more focused on him and his mother, and instead it's him focused on way so many random people from the first movie. That's my biggest gripe with the film. Like some of the characters other than Eggsy and one other character that I do not want to spoil was apart from that character and Mark Strong's Merlin, those three were really good in the film. Other than that, the rest of the characters were not so well developed. That's the main problem I have with this movie, and the music as well. So overall, I found it a pretty decent film. I had a good time with it. So far, I'm gonna give this movie 7.5 out of 10. It's not a perfect movie. It's not gonna go to my top 10, but honestly, this is not as bad as everyone think, and this is not a bloated and a boring movie. The last thing I can say about this movie is boring. It's not a very boring movie, even though it's not a great movie. It barely passes the line for a decent movie for me. I still find it extremely entertaining. So watch movie on your own. Have your own opinion about this movie. Don't take your word for it. You might like it. You might hate it. It's really up to you. I'm just offering my opinion here. Okay, guys. That's all for my review. And please like and subscribe my channel. And like I said, if you think I'm good, you're pretty good too.